Yo, what up guys, it's Zeals. I wanted to do a quick review of Alice now that she is live. A lot of people have been asking me, is she nerfed or has anything changed? Were those CN creator server runs pretty legit? Could you replicate it? Could you get close? So let's get the conclusion out of the way first. Is she nerfed? No. Were those runs from the Chinese early access creator server? Holy shit, that label is so long. Were those runs pretty spot on? Yeah, most of them. I am not the best player by any means. Those testers are way better than me, but I was able to get kind of close. So since I was able to get close, nothing really changed from the creator early access, blah, 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 blah. So rest assured, Alice came 1-to-1 from the early access. Now, is she strong though? I think Alice, even without her signature Wenjin, is pretty strong. I know some of my viewers are doing really well without any signature Wenjins with their M0 Alice running anomaly comps, getting well over 45k scores. There's no doubt that her signature Wenjin is very good, but Alice at her base copy without her signature is performing very well. And we're not even like 24 hours into her release. And one thing I really want to say to the community is that the 10 to 20 people that have access to early access, while their guide is very, very good, don't get me wrong, but they're just not going to be able to outmuscle the community as a whole. Tens of thousands of players together will cook up a better build than 10 to 20 people with early access. It is what it is, man. The odds are just stacked. So what I'm trying to say is that Alice is very, very new for the community. They just got access to her as thousands of people shared their data and, you know, have conversations about what they found successful. Over time, the community will cook up a better guide, just like how they did for every single agent. So while this is an early review, let's see how she turns out over time as the community has more time with her. But from the runs that I've done today, I also do summons, pulls for, you know, like the moderators, people that help my channel as well. And they have also been testing nonstop. So I wanted to showcase some of that. Now, once again, guys, it hasn't even been 24 hours. I have been grinding nonstop. I could definitely play better. You guys are much better than me. There are gonna be better builds. I just have to say the disclaimers. I tried the M0R1. I was getting like average of 44k with the gear that I had with Alice, Jane, and Yuzua, all M0R1. And when I incorporated Vivian, it spiked up to like 48 to 49k. I had some of my like Discord members also with like the same investment level, M0R1s. They also were getting like 51k with what was it, Vivian, Alice, and Yuzua. And with Jane, a little bit lower score. The anomaly Nicole with Astra and Alice also works. Well, that's not really a surprise. They are known for their cost efficiency. So nothing really changed for the M0 landscape. Whether you're M0, R0, or R1, Alice is very flexible, fast, fluid, very quick swappable. She works with pretty much all the anomaly characters. You're not locked to playing Alice with Jane. I mean, you can if you want to play the monophysical. You can play with Vivian. If you don't have Vivian, you can play with Yanagi. You could play, if you don't have that, you could play with Nicole, anomaly Nicole. So all the information that we already had access to, yeah, it's pretty much the same at M0 or M0R1 with fellow M0 or M0R1 teammates. So from the mindscapes, like when I was testing M0R1 Alice with my pre-existing Jane on my main account as well as Yuzua against Miasma Fiend, I think that is her name. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, I haven't slept much, but anyways. With M0R1, with the rest of the, you know, the build team, I can't really downgrade the mindscapes on Jane and Yuzua, but I was getting around like 230s, high 230 clears. I don't think the clear time is that important. I think what is important is like the assaults. So I see some of like the 1.9s, 2.2s, maybe on a high noon, like 3 mil. Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of damage because of Jane's M2, but the front digits for the assaults have changed going from M0 to M1 and M1 to M2. It is pretty damn noticeable. When I went M1 R1, it was shaving about like 10 to 15 seconds. Yeah, I could have like min-maxed it more, but I moved on. I just wanted to see the assault difference. And then at M2 R1, the front digit once again changed, as I said previously. Very noticeable with Jane's M2, and I was able to start killing the boss before the phase transition. So we were getting around like the 110 range with M2R1. So the M2 Jane with Alice and Yuzua live up to its hype. For medium spenders who don't want to go all the way to M6, that's way too burdensome. However, they don't mind spending a little bit for that front-loaded power in M1 or M2. Then the M2 monophysical is going to be pretty much a powerhouse. You can feel like an M6 whale without going that far. Not sure if this is going to be the trend going forward, but what we know for now is that M2 Jane X Alice and Yuzua, you know, they carried on over 1-to-1. they popping off. Like, I know there are free-to-play players that watch, but I know there are also people that like to spend money into ZZZ or the games that they like Honky Star Rail. And if there are good Idiot Lawns or Mindscapes, especially M1 or M2, some people want to know about it. I have tried Alice with Astra as well and Vivian. I like that tempo a little bit more, but I do want to swing back to Yuzua and Jane because it picks my brain more. I do like seeing those bigger assaults, but also I have to play better, and also I have to just, you know, make better decisions instead of relying on Astra's precise assist to just get me out of things. So yeah, I do really like this gameplay. I'm glad nothing really changed. Hopefully they don't do anything. Now, as I said previously, this comp will get better. The Yuzua, Alice, and Jane with 2.2 with the new discs, if they do make it live. We'll wait for the 2.2 live stream for the confirmation. As I was talking about earlier about Astra, just for fun, once again, keyword fun, I removed Yuzua as well as Jane and put in Astra as well as Vivian. Vivian and Astra are M6 R5, and I also upgraded my Alice's Wenjin to see if the Wenjin is a huge difference. So I went from M2 R1 to M2 R5, and I went back into the boss, and you know, you're seeing the run right now, 1 minute 06. I think shave it down even more if I had like 30 more minutes. So what I'm trying to say is Yuzua, Alice, and Jane, they're doing pretty well. And you could just leave them at M2. Like M6 for Yuzua is so terrible. I do have an M6 Yuzua. I did not even proc it once during the whole day. And Jane above M2 as well. You could check calculations on the sites if you want, if you don't believe me. Same thing with Alice and Yuzua. Jane above M2, yeah, of course it helped a little bit with those plus skills, but the M6, I wasn't really utilizing that because I really didn't run out of the passion state, because I was mostly on Alice. The viewers that went M2 R1 on all these three characters, they were seeing success. I'm sure that players with M2R1, Yuzua, Alice, and Jane could do just as good as my M6R1 Jane. I also tried Miasma Priest with this team. It cleared the shit out of it. I also tried Pompi. I didn't do the no skip because they didn't either. I ended up getting 87 seconds. I did 3 runs, and of course I could optimize it way better. I know right now there isn't like a shield DA buff for Miyabi and Vivian, but I did take them up in there with Astra, all M6R5. So M6R5 times 3, 36 cost. And yeah, Alice X Jane right now are doing a little bit better. All I'm trying to say is that this cheaper, it's still expensive, but what did I say again? It is the most powerful, cheapest, expensive comp right now. Yeah, so there are a lot of people that want to take advantage of this or capitalize on this opportunity. Can a full M6R5 team beat them? Sure, right? Down the road as well? Sure. But for now, with these trio, you can get a taste of like what the whales are doing, I guess, without whaling as much. Although Yishun isn't favored in Miasma Fiend, I tried Yishun with her premium comp, all maxed out. I tried Trigger, I tried Fufu as well, and I was just not able to clear or kill the Fiend before she transitioned. Maybe I'm just bad, I don't know. But once again, that was just for fun because y'all asked me to try it. This is my current build for now. As for Jane, I tried the Panty 2-piece. I can't pronounce that. Pantheon? What? All right, my bad. So I tried that, and I was getting better results with the Freedom Blue 2-piece. As for, I'm still like testing that, so I'll let you guys know more. Maybe I make a separate model physical guide one day. I don't really know. For Alice, this is my build. I got the discs within like 2 days, and this is the stats on my M0 counts. It's way lower because my discs, I haven't really had the stamina to farm them. So I have the Anomaly Mastery in slot 6, and this is like, yeah, the overall stats. One thing that I noticed, and for those that watched my stream, they noticed that the build-up rate is insane. Oftentimes, I'm watching the anomaly, the little circle, to see when it's got a proc. There's an internal cooldown, right? So I'm waiting for the ICD so I can start, you know, ulting or X-specialing with Jane. So I did notice that, like, my build-up rate is really, really good. Anyways, guys, voice cracking. I lost my voice. I actually want to know if you guys got Alice. Have you guys tried Alice X Jane? How is your anomaly build-up rate? You know, do you like the gameplay? Is it fun? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and staying all the way to the end. If you guys are still here, make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.